Hello dear students, welcome to my class once again. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 13 of the textbook, and it is, as you can see, I have written on the board, it is about negative sentences. So what do we mean by negative sentences? Let me write down some sentences first. I am writing some sentences here. Okay, I have written only one sentence, and then we shall try to understand with the help of some more examples. We are going to school. This sentence is not a negative sentence, it is a positive sentence, or you can say it is an affirmative sentence. This sentence, the sentence that I have written here, it is not a negative sentence. This sentence is a positive or an affirmative sentence. Now, this chapter is about how to change a positive or an affirmative sentence to a negative sentence. How to change? What are the rules? How to change a positive or an affirmative sentence to a negative sentence? This is what this chapter is about. So here you see the sentence that I have written is a positive sentence, and it is we are going to school. And here in this sentence we have an auxiliary verb, or we have a helping verb. So the sentences which have an auxiliary verb or a helping verb, they become easier to be changed to a negative sentence. When we have an auxiliary verb in the sentence, auxiliary verb or a helping verb, then it becomes easier for us to change to negative. So this sentence, we are going to school, the negative form of this sentence will be we are not going to school. We are not going to school. Now this is the negative form of this sentence. This is positive or affirmative, and this has become a negative sentence. Just after, right after the auxiliary verb, right after the helping verb, we have written not, and it has become a negative sentence. So let's try to change this sentence. Let's change the subject and the auxiliary verb. Like if I write he is going to school. He is going to school. So here the auxiliary verb or the helping verb is what? Is. This is the helping verb or auxiliary verb. It is helping the main verb. This is the main verb, and this auxiliary verb is what? Helping the main verb. So it is also called as helping verb. So here the helping verb or the auxiliary verb is. So after this is, if we write not, it will become what? It will become negative. He is not going to school. Similarly, if we change the tense of this sentence, if I write we were. Now here the auxiliary verb is were. So just after this one we shall write what? Not. We were not. If it is was, then after was we shall write what? Not. It will become negative. If it is has, or if it is have, in place of this is was, where. In place of this, if it is was, if it is has, if it is have, if it is can, if it is had, if there is will or shall or could, or would. If these words are there, if these auxiliary verbs are there, then what? Right after the auxiliary verb, we shall write not, and the sentence will turn into a negative sentence. This is easy. Now, what to do when auxiliary verbs are not there? When auxiliary verb is not there in the sentence, what to do in that case? How to change, in that case, how to change the positive sentence into a negative sentence? So, I am writing down some sentences. Here I have written one sentence here. You see, they play cricket every day. They play cricket every day. This sentence is in simple present tense. They play cricket. It is in present tense. The sentence is in present tense and it is in simple present tense, present indefinite. They play cricket every day. Here you see, we do not have any auxiliary verb or any helping verb. So what to do here in this case? In this case, when the sentence is in present tense, present indefinite tense or simple present tense, what to do? We are to use do or does. With the help of either do or does, we are to change the positive sentence into negative. Then now the question is when to use do and when to use does. When you see here in this case, the subject is they, which is third person but it is plural. The subject is they and it is third person but it is plural. When we say they, we mean more than one person. They does not, this word they does not mean one person, it means more than one. It is third person but it is plural. So here the sentence is in present indefinite tense, simple present tense, and the subject is third person plural. So that is why in present indefinite tense or simple present tense, when the subject is third person singular, like if he or she or it or any other third person singular, any other third person singular. In present indefinite tense, in simple present tense, when the subject is when the subject is third person singular, then what happens? We add or we write s or es to the verb. But here in this case, our subject they is not third person singular, it is third person but it is plural. That is why we have not added or we have not written s with play. Play is the verb here, but we have not added or written what? S. Here we have written they play cricket every day. So in this case, where the subject is not third person singular and s or es is not there with the verb, in this case we shall use do. In this case we shall use do. And when to use does? When in present indefinite tense, when in simple present tense the subject is third person singular, like if the subject is he, if the subject is she, if the subject is it, or any other third person singular, name of a person, name of anything, third person singular. In that case we shall use does, not do. So here the negative form of this sentence, this is a positive sentence, it is an affirmative sentence. The negative form of this sentence will be they do not play cricket. every day. They do not play cricket every day. Now it has become a negative sentence. This was positive, now this has become a negative sentence. Now if let's make some changes in this sentence, and let's find out what changes come in the negative form. If I write he, now the subject has become third person singular. In the earlier case the subject was they, it was third person plural. When I have written he, now what the subject is third person singular, so there will be plays. If I write the sentence in the same tense, simple present tense or present indefinite tense, and the subject is he, third person singular, what should I do? I have to add s or es to the verb. So now the sentence is what? He plays cricket every day. Now the answer won't be the same. I mean the negative form won't be of the same rule. He does not. So here you see I have used does. After does I am writing not. In the previous case I wrote or I used do and then I wrote not. Here in this case where the subject is third person singular, s or es is there with the verb, what I am doing here, I am using does not. And you need to be very careful regarding what after using does, after writing does not, you cannot write plays, you have to write play. This s will not come in the answer because we have written does here. This s or es has come here. That is why after writing does not, after using does, we never add s or es to the verb. We have to write the main one, play, not plays. He does not play cricket every day. So the sentence has become now negative. So this is about when to use do and when to use does. When to use do and when to use does. We use, I am repeating once again, then I shall go to another topic. We use do when the sentence is in what? Present indefinite or simple present tense. Subject is not third person singular. Subject is, I mean, not third person singular, it is a plural subject. It is not third person. I mean, whenever the subject is not third person singular, only in that case, what do? We use do. And we use does only when the subject is third person singular in present indefinite tense or simple present tense. Using does, we make or we turn a positive sentence into a negative sentence. Now, what to do when the sentence is in past tense? What to do when the sentence is in past tense? I have already said how to change a sentence from positive to negative when it has an auxiliary verb or a helping verb in it. What do? We add, we write not after the auxiliary verb, and what happens? It becomes a negative sentence. And then what I said, when we do not have an auxiliary verb or a helping verb in the sentence, and the sentence is in which tense? If the sentence is in simple present tense or present indefinite tense, then what to do? We use do or does. We use do or does to make it a negative sentence. Do comes when the subject is not third person singular, we write do not. And when the subject is third person singular, what do? We write or we use does not. Now, when what to do when the verb is in past tense? The teacher explained the poem nicely. Here I have written one sentence. The teacher explained the poem nicely. The teacher explained the poem nicely. This sentence is in past tense. Here you see the verb. The verb is in past tense. In the earlier case, the sentence was in present tense. Here the sentence is in past tense. Looking at this verb, we can easily understand that it has come from explained. Explained. This one has come from explain. This is the root word. This is the main word. It is the main form or the present form, and this is the past form. So what to do in this case when the verb is in past tense? What to do in this case? Very easy. After writing the subject, the teacher, then we are to use did. Whenever the verb is in past tense, we are to use did, and after did we are to write not. Did not. The teacher did not. The teacher did not. And then remember, after writing did not, we are to write the main form of this verb. We cannot write this one. We are to write the main form or the present form of this verb. The teacher did not explain. The teacher, if you write the teacher did not explained, if you write the teacher did not explained, then it will be incorrect. The correct one is the teacher did not explain the poem nicely. The teacher did not explain the poem nicely. Now it has become a negative sentence. Okay, let's try to understand with the help of another example. Let me write one more sentence. My father went to Delhi last year. My father went to Delhi last year. This sentence again is in which tense? Just like the previous one, it is in past tense, past indefinite or simple past, and the verb is in past tense, went. It has come from go. It has come from go. It is the V2. It is the second form, or it is the past form of the verb go. It has come from go. Go, went, gone. Now how to change this positive sentence or affirmative sentence into a negative sentence? Just like the previous sentence, what shall we use here? With the help of did. My father did not. My father did not go. After using did not, you can never use the past form. You are to write the original form. You are to write the present form. So went has actually come from go. So you are to write that one, go, main one. You cannot write went, as I said earlier. My father did not go to Delhi last year. My father did not go to Delhi last year. Now it has become a negative sentence. So very simple. Now I shall go to your textbook. Some examples have been given. Some examples have been given in your textbook. Let's try to solve those. The first sentence in your textbook is, I think you have books with you. You will see the first question, the first sentence in your textbook in the exercise is, it was raining yesterday. See the number 1. It was raining yesterday. I think you have already got the answer. I think you have already got the answer. I think you have understood. It was raining yesterday. So we have an auxiliary verb here in this sentence. So it has become easier for us to change it to a negative sentence. Just after this auxiliary verb, we shall write not, and it will become a negative sentence. It was not raining yesterday. I am not writing. I am just telling you it was raining yesterday. This is a positive or an affirmative sentence. The negative form of this sentence will be it was not raining yesterday. The next sentence, Saurav plays cricket daily. Saurav plays cricket daily. Saurav plays cricket daily. Here you see this sentence, unlike the first one, this sentence was in past continuous tense. The first sentence was in past continuous tense. This sentence number 2 is in present tense and present indefinite, simple present. Here you see the subject Saurav is third person singular, and that is why S is there with the verb plays. Saurav plays cricket daily. So what I said, when the sentence is in a simple present tense or present indefinite tense, and the subject subject is third person singular and S or ES is there with the verb, what to do in that case? We have to use does not. So the answer, the negative form of this sentence will be Saurav does not play, not plays. Okay, I am writing it. Saurav does not play. You cannot write plays here now. Saurav does not play cricket daily. Saurav does not play, Saurav does not play cricket daily. I have not written cricket daily. This part will remain same, nothing to change here. Saurav does not play cricket daily. So it has become what? A negative sentence. Then sentence number 3. I am writing sentence number 3. I am not going to solve each and every sentence. You will solve, and then we shall check whether you are doing the sentences or solving those correctly or not. I am writing one more sentence, and this is the last sentence I am going to write from your textbook. Sentence number 3. Janaki can walk. Janaki can walk with roller skates on. With roller skates on. So this is the sentence. Sentence number 3. Third sentence from your textbook. It is there in the exercise. Janaki can walk with roller skates on. Here we have can as the auxiliary verb. So just after this can, we shall write or we shall add what? Not, and it will become a negative sentence. So the negative form of this sentence will be Janaki cannot walk with roller skates on. Just after can, we shall write not. Janaki cannot walk with roller skates on. Then it will be a negative sentence. So these are the 3 sentences, the first 3 sentences that I have solved here from your textbook, from the exercise. And there are some more sentences left, and I am keeping these sentences for you to practice. So I have almost come to the end of today's discussion. Today's discussion was on negative sentences. It was the 13th chapter of your textbook, negative sentences. So today we have come to know how to change a positive or an affirmative sentence into a negative sentence. What are the rules? What are the rules and how to change? And I hope you have come to know the rules of changing a positive sentence into a negative sentence. But as I say, after every class there may be confusions regarding anything. There may be confusions in your mind. If any question is there in your mind, you can ask me freely without any kind of hesitation. You can ask me, and you can ask me after 8 p.m. Between 8 and 10. It will be better for me if you call me between 8 and 10. So from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You already have my number. You can call me. I shall try to clear your confusions. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and take care of your studies. Thank you very much.